Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Ducking Around. We are on Mr. Orange's 2022 KTM Enduro 690R. That is a mouthful. A literal mouthful. He's riding my Jack, and we're gonna head out to the dry lake bed and drop his bike a bunch. I'm just kidding, I'll probably drop it once and then go back to my bike. The standard seat height of this bike is very tall. I'm not sure what it is from the factory, but Mr. Orange lowered it. And it's still too tall. Like, I can't even get the kickstand up. I have to like be fully balanced on my right leg, and I still can't even get enough like momentum and leverage to push it up. And I'm like 5'8"-ish, 5'9"-ish. Alright, we've made it to the dry lake bed. Oh wow, that's weird. Oh, I don't know if I like it. The throttle is very touchy compared to my bike. And like the seating position or the standing position feels really awkward. So on this bike, the tank is located towards the rear and the rear sides. So it seems like they have you sit more forward to put more weight on the front, because that's where the tank is on a normal bike. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I really enjoyed riding it on the street, but I don't like how touchy the throttle is. Like, I don't know, I don't seem to like that. No offense to Mr. Orange, but I like my bike. It's fun to ride a new bike every once in a while though. I'm really happy he trusted me to ride his bike. Alright, so this bike comes stock with a quick shifter, which the Ducati Street Fighter had, but I only ever upshifted with it because I couldn't find any information if it downshifted, because I read somewhere some of them don't downshift and then some of them do downshift, so I didn't want to break it. Come on now. Alright, so oh, okay, cool. Okay, I really like the idea of the downshift, upshift on a bike. Oh, I don't know if I could stand up and do it. I don't want to like fall off the bike. Okay. So my bike doesn't have a quick shifter. I like that this bike has a quick shifter. So the engine on this bike's out of the 690 Duke, and they didn't change much, so it's basically a street bike engine in a dual sport dirt bike. You can feel that this is a street bike motor, while on Jack it definitely feels like a dirt bike. So the Enduro is very smooth in acceleration. It's got like not a lot of the low end grunty feel that Jack has. Like, it feels like you could cruise this bike on the highway. Jack, you can cruise on the highway, but it's just not as smooth. Now that I'm starting to get kind of comfortable on it, I'm like, ooh, I like this bike. really stable bike though. Like, the DR felt like it might rattle apart, or it was just struggling to go anywhere. Like, I'm not gonna take his bike on any like trails because I don't want to break it and I'm not comfortable on it and I don't need to get injured right now. But the DR felt like it was always struggling, and this just feels like it needs to be struggling, because you could get into some serious trouble with the amount of like smooth power that it has. It's like a false sense of security, I think. Alright, maybe we'll ride through some sand, because if I crash on sand, it won't hurt me as bad, and it probably won't hurt the bike as bad. Hey, you know what? I'm kind of like feeling this. I'm really digging the quick shifter. The only thing, the steering seems to be really loosey-goosey. Like, okay, and I'm also not super into the throttling. So like, I don't want to go up that hill though, I'll be honest. The bumps make it it's very sensitive, it seems. I really like the up-down position though. Oh god, okay, don't, I just stalled it. I don't think I'm in first, so no. Okay, I'm scared to take this on anything harder than like, oh god, and here we are with sand. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. I was kind of scared for a minute. Okay, I'm kind of like, I'm not like in love with it, but you know, I'm getting there. Yeah, I can see it's kind of, it moves really well. It like, it wants to agree with you. It wants to go where you want to put it. Oh shit, I got stuck in neutral. Oh, it's windy though. This bike is deceiving. Like, it's probably too heavy for me, because a lot of bikes are heavy for me. I really enjoy where the tank is though, because we're in some pretty soft sand right now and it feels like it's weighted really well in the sand. Yeah, I kind of like how it rides in the sand. Except for right there. But it moves really well with your body. Yeah, I'm not mad about this bike. This is a fun little bike. Well, I guess it's not a little bike, it's kind of a big bike, right? This bike is deceiving. It's making me like, I'm not scared of it. I'm scared of it, but I'm not. Yeah, I feel like this bike I could get into some trouble with. The squirreliness you get used to and it disappears relatively quickly. The squirreliness of the handlebars goes away and it's more like just the tire. It's not like the suspension or anything like that. It's just the tire. But it's, I don't know how to describe light squirrely. So it's like, the squirreliness is more it's just a feeling. It's not like an action. Like, it's not gonna steer you into the wrong direction. Yeah, a lightness in the steering, I think, is a perfect way to describe it. So overall, not that I think you guys got like a clear sentence out of me. Woo! Hold on, let me drink some water. Alright, so to close it up, I think my first impression was I didn't like the bike. I didn't like it at all. But after riding it, I maybe would eventually consider buying one. Although it is too heavy for me still. The throttle being a little sensitive doesn't really affect it overall. You get used to it. When you sit, it makes a difference. But the seating position, where the fuel tank is located, I think it all makes sense. It's really nice to ride in the sand. The DR felt like it would dig in the front tire a lot, while this feels like it just floats in the sand. The steering is very light feeling in the front. The quick shifter is fun to use. Yeah, I like it. It's a little tall though. I think that's a big issue, because this bike's even lowered and it's still pretty tall. Part of me likes my bike because it's trashed already, and I am afraid I'm going to trash this bike. He's already put 1,000 miles on it. He's had it a month. Not even a month. A few weeks maybe. He really likes the bike. Comparing this bike to this bike, I think, is an unfair comparison, because they're not really like the same type of bike. I think comparing, like, this bike's more in line with the DR. It feels more stable than the DR for sure on the highway. Like, it didn't feel like this bike was gonna rattle apart. It actually felt like it could go a lot faster and be fine. I feel like you could just cruise wherever on this bike and then take it on the dirt, but the DR felt like you could take it on a fire road and then maybe take it on some side roads, but not like a main highway. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. I know that probably wasn't the most informative video, but it's always interesting to ride different bikes and then go back to your bike. And then you're either really happy about your bike or you want a new bike. Overall though, I think the KTM 690 Enduro R, that's a mouthful, it's fun to ride. It's confidence inspiring in a way that could probably get you into some trouble. The throttle's a little too responsive for my taste on like a really bumpy, washed out road. I like how my throttle's a little bit deader. Overall, I like the bike. I think it's a fun bike. Yeah, starting with I don't like the bike to ending it with, yeah, I'd maybe buy one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, bye.